Hello, my name is Edgar Lok Tin Yong. I hope you are well, and this is my website. Today we continue to talk about Bazi for beginners, and this is the 14th video. And today we're going to talk about the rules for the weak and strong. So we look at more systematically. Remember we talked about this the self-gain and opposite gain. Okay, so let's introduce back to the self-gain and the opposite gain. So self-gain and the opposite gain. Okay, so remember the self-gain is the resources, the direct and indirect resources, the self element or the sibling element, and the opposite gains is the officer, the seven killing, the wealth, direct and indirect wealth, and then the hurting officer, and the eating god. Okay, so they are in a chart. They are on the opposite side. So to look at a chart, whether it's a strong or weak, if the self gain stronger, more stronger, then it's a strong chart. Okay, and if in the chart the opposite gain has more stronger, then it's a weak chart. Okay, so remember this. So some master will tell you to count the number of the self-gain and the numbers of the opposite gains element in the chart, but that's not quite right, not quite correct. The proper way to do it, there's a three principles here, or three rules. The first rule is in season. In seasons, meaning if it's a wood element, wood, regardless it's yang wood or yin wood, if the month, see that's the day master here, if the month is in in the tiger month or the rabbit month, so tiger is the yin, right? The yin. And rabbit is the mao. So both this is the wood element. So the wood element born in the month of the wood element or the season, in season. So this is the first rule. If the element or day master born in season, most likely it will be about 80%. You can look at strong. So that is day master wood born in the tiger month or in the rabbit month. Then what about the fire? Let's say if there's the fire, regardless the yin or yang, if they're born in snake month or si, or the wu, the horse, wu. So snake and horse, they are fire elements. So the fire element born in the fire, born in the snake month, the horse month, which is the summer month. So for what my experience is, I don't look or don't separate those who born in North Hemisphere or South Hemisphere. I always look at the day master and the season from the North Hemisphere point of view. So you can test it out, or you can assume I'm right and prove me wrong. But in the past, as I say in the very beginning, there's no 100% accurate. If you can look at chart, you can work it out about 75-80% accurate. That is already very good. And then metal. Okay, so if like metal, yin metal, yang metal, so metal born in the monkey month. Monkey is Sun, and it's Mandarin pronunciation, and the rooster month. Rooster month, the Yu month. So this 2 months is metal. If you go back to look at the video, you know this monkey and rooster, they're metal. So metal month, metal date born in this month is what we call in season. And of course that water and earth as well, then you don't need me to give you so many examples. So you understand, you know that water is born in winter, okay? So there's a term for this scenario is called Tao Bon Tong Gang. Meaning, gon is the stems, right? Remember, stems, and gan is the branch actually. The branch, the stem, and the branch. So that means we have the stem and branch. So if this term Tao Bon Tong Gang, meaning the element, we can see the element in both in the stem and the branch. For example, Jia, which is the yang wood, okay, yang wood, and born in the month of the tiger, in the yin, in the tiger month, yin month. Okay, so yin we have, remember the jia and the bin and the wu. Okay, so jia and the jia, they are the same, so it's the same element. So is this called Tao Gon, coming up to the stems, and Tong Gang coming down to the branch. So if you draw a line there, the stem and branch, so coming up, going down. So this kind of linkage is called Tao Bon Tong Gang. It's very difficult to explain in English, but you can understand the meaning. So let's say if this person born in the another year, let's say the yi and the high. The yi and the high. So the high is the water, remember, the ren and the jia. Okay. So the yi here is, remember, that's the sibling element, so we call it gi. And then this jia also connect, or the root, I'll call the root, and go down to this here. So this jia got very strong support, and in this case, definitely this jia is a strong jia. It's a very strong already. So if you don't really need to look at other element now, this is a strong chart. Okay, so that is called the in season. Then the second way is called in branch, or sometimes I will say you gain the land or earth. So what does it mean is we have, let's say, year, month, day, and hour. So this is, let's say, this is jia again. Okay, jia again. But the month is maybe in the red month. Okay, so red is gui. Gui is water, so that's resources to it. It's the resources, so it's the indirect is direct resources to the Jia. But it's not, it just has a little support, but it doesn't mean it has a root. The Jia don't have the root there. So if the Jia born in the day, in a tiger day, in the Jia yin, see if it's in a Jia yin, so the Jia yin, it has a Jia, so this is coming down to the root or to the branch here. So this is, in this case, is called, you know, you're in branch, or you are gaining the lane. If let's say you have a Mao here, and Mao, because it has a Yi, so it is the rock wealth, or the sibling element here. So this chart here, the day master is quite strong. So that we have water to support, the day branch to support. So it makes this Jia wood become strong. Okay, it becomes strong. So that will be a strong chart as well, because there's wood and water. So it will fit the wood and make it become strong. The third one, the third principle is you got friends. So friends is your sibling element and the self element. For example, if you, again, in the day there, we have the Jia, the Yang wood, and the month is Jia, the hour is Yi, and this is friend. They are friend to you. But we have to look at the branch there, see whether it is support the Jia or not. Let's say if this is Jia, the month is Jia Wu. Jia Wu. Wu is horse, which is fire. So this is wood here. This is wood here. So they are self element. This is yin wood, which is the sibling element. So because wood, the fire burn the wood, so this become the hurting officer. Hurting officer to the Jia. And if this Jia here is let's say Jia dragon. So, and then this is the, let's say in the born the Bing dog or Bing Shui. Okay, so Bing, fire is Bing, so the fire is very strong. Even though this has friend, but it look like this chart is still a weak chart. So in conclusion is, if in these three conditions we have two of them, let's say we have two of them, like we have the in branch, or gain the land, or gain the earth, and then plus got the friends, then it will be strong. Of course, there will be some typical case as well, some exception case, but we'll look at it in the later, and in the later video we will look at some example itself. So that is the way, a simple way to look at a chart, the strong or weak. And on the other hand, if you don't have, let's say it's not in season, it's not gain land or gain the in the branch, then this is a weak chart. If you don't have friend, if you don't have in branch, 2 out of 3 no, then it's a weak chart, become a weak chart. So they're always opposite each other. So for here, I stop here, and hopefully if you don't understand, you can go back and look at the video, and hopefully you will understand. But that is a general principle. We want in season plus in the branch, or gain the land or earth, so 2 together, or we have the in-season and friends that also can be strong. God friend and God in branch, God land, that can also be a strong chart as well. So in general, the strong chart, we want the opposite gain to balance the chart. If it's a weak chart, we want a self-gain to help our chart. So that is the principle. And the principle of a lot of different, from Chinese medicine. If someone very cold, you give them hot food. If someone, the body is very, very hot, you give them cold food. So it is the same theory or same idea. So I'll also stop here. Thank you for watching, and I hope you like the video. And if so, please click to like my video, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I see you next video.